today's lecture, we'll see the merits and demerits of mode. Coming to the first merit of mode, mode is readily comprehensible and easy to calculate. If you remember, if we had to calculate arithmetic mean or median, we used to use an algebraic formula. But if we want to calculate mode for individual discrete series by inspection method, we don't require any formula. That's why it is said that mode is readily comprehensible. Coming to the second merit, mode is not at all affected by extreme values. Let me explain this with the help of examples that we had considered when we were learning about mode. We had selected this example, like for individual series we had seen that 4 was occurring most frequently, so the mode was 4 for individual series, and in case of discrete series the maximum frequency was 14, hence the mode was 3. Now let us replace one value with an extreme value. So I have replaced value 99 in the individual series and 44 in the discrete series. You can see that even after replacing with the extreme values, the mode still remains the same. That's why mode is not affected by extreme values. Coming to the third merit of mode, mode can be conveniently located even if the frequency distribution has class intervals of uneven magnitude, or they might be open-ended classes also. It doesn't cause any problem for mode. Let me explain this with the formula that we use for mode. If we can see that the formula mode, only the frequency of the modal class, the frequency of the preceding class, and the frequency of the class succeeding is taken into consideration. Other classes don't affect the result for mode that you are calculating. So even if the other classes are unequal, or if it's an open-ended classes, they won't have any effect on the calculation of mode. Since the frequencies of the classes preceding and succeeding the modal classes are used for calculating the modal class, it is but natural that the classes should be of same magnitude. Now coming to the demerits of mode, mode is ill-defined. What does this mean? This means that suppose if someone has directly given you the value that mode is so and so, but now if you think over it, you won't know whether that mode has been obtained by observation method or you have got it by using a grouping method. That's why it is said that mode is ill-defined. Similarly, if you have got a bimodal distribution, bimodal means there are two modes, or multimodal distribution means there are more than two modes. So in such a case, you won't know which mode to select. Okay, so that is also a problem. Coming to the next demerit, it is not based upon all the observations. See, mode is the most frequently occurring value, so remaining values don't have an effect on it. Similarly, in case of continuous frequency distribution, we are only considered about the modal class and the previous and the succeeding class. We are not bothered by the remaining class. That's why it is said that the value of mode is not based upon all the observations. Next is that the mode is not capable of further mathematical treatment. Like if you consider mean can be further used for calculating variance, it can be used for calculating standard deviation, but you cannot use mode like that. Okay, that's why it is said that it is not capable of further mathematical treatment. And coming to the last demerit of mode, as compared with mean, mode is affected to a greater extent by fluctuations of sampling. What does this mean? Let us consider the example for arithmetic mean. If you see in this example, if we move the classes up or down, they won't have any effect on the arithmetic mean. Why? Because the arithmetic mean is summation of the frequency and the midpoint. Okay, so moving the classes up or down won't have any effect on the arithmetic mean. But the same is not true in case of mode, because if you see the formula for mode, in this case if you are moving the modal class up or down, the frequency of the class preceding and the frequency of the class succeeding will change, and that will directly change the value of the mode that you are going to obtain. So that's why it is said that mode is affected by fluctuations of samplings. Okay, so these were all the merits and demerits of mode. I hope you have understood it. In the next lecture, we'll see what is geometric mean. Thank you.